Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to our final episode in our brand new series, Turning 40, What Every Muslimah Should Know. And I thought it'd be really nice to conclude this series, inshallah, by having real conversations with real Muslimahs who are either approaching this age, are this age, or have gone past this age, so that they can share their wisdom and experiences with you, inshallah. So with me today are two lovely ladies. They are both mums from my Cup of Parenting group. Those of you who are familiar with the channel know that I run this group in the community where I live, where we do activities for Muslim mums and children and families, alhamdulillah. They are both mums themselves, and we'll have a conversation just based on all the different topics that we've covered so far in the series. So assalamu alaikum, Sania and Tamim. Welcome to the episode. Do you want to just tell the viewers a little bit about yourself? Start speaking to you. Okay, so what about you, Sania? Do you want to tell the viewers a little bit about yourself? How many children you've got?
Yeah, Alhamdulillah, I have 4 kids. My youngest one is 8, and oldest one is 15. So I have 3 boys, 1 girl. Yeah.
MashaAllah. And what about you, Tamim?
Yes, I'm a mother of 4, mashallah, mashallah. I've got 3 boys and 1 daughter. The oldest is going to be 19 in June, and the youngest, Isa, is 13. And it's the best thing I've ever done, be a mum, mashallah, mashallah.
MashaAllah. So you're both busy mums, you're both part of the group. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your experiences, Sania? So I'm just going to ask you this because I know obviously you come to the fitness classes that we run. A little bit about why you joined them and how these have sort of changed you.
Yeah, I think in this age, I need to give some more time for my health and for peace of mind, to do something for myself. So I start fitness classes with you, and we are doing, mashallah, badminton classes as well. Yeah, in this age, like after 30,
Yeah.
I feel I'm a bit more calmer and like realistic as well
Yeah.
about the words. So yeah, that's it.
Realistic about your goals, do you mean?
Yeah.
Because obviously when we're all younger, we have a
Yeah,
dreams of what we
different
want to
dream. I
achieve.
want this and that. Now I don't have fake desires or
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really good. And what about yourself, Tamim? Is there anything that you would say is different now compared to when you were younger?
Yeah, I'm a lot more calmer. I think when you first have children, the first child is actually, it's like a textbook baby, so you follow the textbook, but then you realise not all children are the same. I used to worry when they first went to school and they got rejected, putting in applications. I used to panic, I used to appeal. But alhamdulillah, as I've grown older, I'm a lot more accepting. I just leave it in Allah's hands. I think it's good that they are where they're meant to be, so long as we instill in them the Islamic way of thinking. And I think just I've been coming to your classes for nearly 12 to 14 years, is it now?
Yeah,
mashallah,
mashallah.
mashallah.
Tamim was one of my first students, actually. You were my student when we started the class. Our children were in nursery.
Yeah.
And that's where I met Sister Tamim, outside the nursery. And I asked you to come to the Saturday classes, didn't I? And that's when we were just up and running them. So it was sort of like a basic skeleton class, wasn't it? And then it grew, mashallah, from there. So in terms of, so obviously you both talked about your, that you've got children, and Sanya, you said about your life goals have changed. So if you talk about a little bit about the community aspect, because obviously we see each other through the different community activities. Otherwise, we're not related in any way. We're from different backgrounds, alhamdulillah. But we all got friendships through the group. And what attracted you, like either to the masjid or to the group, and why is that important for you, would you say, Sanya?
like in my friends group,
Yeah.
when I was little, I just look at the appearance. Now I look at the inner side of them.
Okay,
I choose them. They are good, their nature, and
yeah.
yeah.
And is it important for you to have like your children coming to Muslim led activities?
Obviously,
Because obviously you
yeah,
come to nearly
obviously.
everything that we do.
Yeah, I really want my kids be punctual in namaz and do Quran properly.
Yeah.
To participate in Islamic activities as well.
Yeah. That's really good. And what about yourself, Tamim? Because you've obviously been coming to the masjid for years now.
I think it's actually changed my life. I think as I was growing up, I think it was more culture than it was Islam, the religion. So we were told to wear a scarf, but you didn't understand why. So I did actually used to rebel.
Yeah.
But the best thing I ever did was get married, and then I met you. I think that was literally
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah.
mashallah, mashallah. And then through that, I started learning about Islam. I met some fantastic sisters, and it's actually changed my life. It's probably the most calmest I've ever been, and I think, mashallah, mashallah, everything we do, we instill what we learn through Islam.
Yeah.
And it's mashallah, mashallah. I've always teach my children that you can't have one without the other. So if you want the dunya, you have to have the deen first.
Yeah.
And I think if you have the deen, you'll accept what happens in the dunya.
Yeah.
And it changes your whole the way you move and think, your actions, your intentions. And we have to be the best that we can be.
Yes.
Mashallah, mashallah. So yeah, I just think alhamdulillah.
Yeah. And what would you say has been the hardest challenge that you've both overcome? Was definitely I think it was definitely parenting.
Yeah.
Because I think when I had like you, I mean, when I had my first one, I was at my mum's. I was living in my mum's city, and I used to commute to and from, and they helped quite a lot. And it was very different. They do say, don't they, the first child's nothing like second one.
I found it
My
really
second
hard.
one was completely different. Actually,
Yeah.
she was a lot more calm, and she used to sleep a lot. And then I had more children, alhamdulillah. And I think I was very short-tempered, and I was, to be honest, health-wise, I did have anemia as well every time I went through pregnancies, and I felt like that made me short-tempered, and I was really stressed all the time, even though people used to say generally I was a calm person, but I don't think I was as I am now. And I think with my last 3 that I've had, alhamdulillah, I'm completely different. And also I studied positive parenting. I did my degrees, and I mean, you were one of the students of my early positive parenting courses as well, and I think it makes a difference. Do you feel like with age comes maturity? Because I feel like I'm a lot more mature myself now than I was as a teenager, when I thought like I knew it all, and I had my firstborn. And I think sometimes you find it hard to accept that you need help as well, because I remember the health visitor came to our house, and she was telling me, oh, you should be taking them out, you should be doing this, you should be doing that, and I felt like she was personally attacking me, and I felt quite defensive. Whereas if I could look back at my younger self now, subhanAllah, she was probably trying to say that you need like community, and get out and meet other mums, which is obviously what we created now. So what would you say has been some of the, not just in parenting but in your life, any of the biggest challenges, would you say, unless it was parenting?
Yeah, especially being a mom for first time.
Yeah.
It's hard, but after that, Allah gives you the strength.
Yes.
Yeah, it will not hard for 3 of them. So yeah, my kids are a bit calmer, but youngest one is a bit naughty.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Not naughty, active.
too
I
active.
don't like
Yeah,
to use the word naughty when
Yeah.
it comes to children.
yeah.
Different.
He is
from
so
your other
active.
ones.
Yeah, mashallah.
So would you say that was your biggest challenge?
Yeah, he is still now, because my other kids, they are very like listen to me, for especially for me. I am teaching them Quran,
Yes.
so they are, all of other 3 is very good. They always listen, and
Yeah.
and for namaz as well. But
Yeah.
the youngest one is still try to avoid
Yeah.
namaz, and
I
this-
think they
this
know
is
as well,
cha-
don't they, when they're the
yeah,
baby of the
sometime
family?
in bedtime or in night time, I think when I will be able to teach him be a
Yeah.
regular namaz and Quran.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
So that is a bit challenging for me. Yeah.
Inshallah. Inshallah,
Inshallah.
it'll come with time. I think
Inshallah.
you're doing a good job. What about you, Tamim? What would you say has been the
I
biggest
think my
challenge?
biggest challenge was when I had my first one, Hamza. I
Yeah.
found that really, really hard.
Yeah.
And I think my illness as well. I do get ill quite a lot, and because of all the treatment I'm having,
Yeah.
I just don't know when to stop. And you yourself continuously tell me when to stop. I just don't know when
Yeah.
to stop. It's like,
You just keep working, keep being
yeah,
active.
I'm just
mashallah.
I get upset myself that why can't I do it? That I have to do it. It's my role, but it's not my role.
Yeah.
I just put too much pressure on myself.
Yeah.
But as I'm getting older, mashallah, mashallah, I am getting a lot more. I think because my kids are getting older, I don't want them to be a reflection of me. I want them to be a lot calmer.
Yeah.
And I see that in my children, they are a lot calmer than me. I see my daughter's very blasé,
Yeah.
and I like that.
Hmm.
I just think I work too hard. I put I just don't know when to stop, like I said. But alhamdulillah, I just think coming to the classes, I've got schoon, which it's the one thing that you can't buy, and it's the one thing that I have, mashallah, mashallah.
Alhamdulillah.
So I do thank Allah for everything, for my illness, for my children, for a good husband. Mashallah, mashallah.
Okay, so we've just been joined by another of the lovely members and moms from our couple parenting group, so another Sister Aisha. So I always joke that the couple parenting group should be renamed Sister Aisha's group because when we do fitness and badminton, alhamdulillah, at least half of the class is called Aisha and I'm Aisha. So anyway, here's another Aisha, mashallah. Aisha, do you just want to tell us, the viewers, a little bit about yourself, like maybe how many children you have?
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Aisha Muhammadi. I got 2 boys, age 12 and age 10.
Do you want to tell us how you got involved in the group actually? Because you're quite newish to the group. You haven't been in the group for that long, but you have obviously, you come, and tell us which activities that you've come to as well.
Actually, the first one, I joined because one of my friends recommended. So she was telling me, come and join this group, really good. And I joined, and I really I started to like this group. I like to involve in this group and take part in all the activities, and that was helping me and my children as well. So in that way, I was really committed. Like, I try my best to be in part of the group, attend this group, and I learned a lot from this group as well. So even my children likes the group. Usually in the past, we are not involved in any group, and my children is very, very hesitative to join any group, especially my older son. He still does the same, but like slowly he's coming and talking to people.
Oh, that's nice.
So even on my family members, he won't talk. So I think it's really good.
That's nice for him.
The first time I've seen enjoying some this party, which is the improvement. When I told my mom, I said, first time I've seen he was involved with the other children.
Oh, that's nice.
My older son is no problem. He's like a normal, he joined with anybody.
He's more social, every child's different though, aren't they? So that's good to hear. That
back home when we go, he's not taking part in any. He just sit. He don't enjoy the food as well. He say I'm not eating any food. So always McDonald's, this, that. Kind of he looks for halal as well. He always a bit conscious. He asks, even Dixie, he asks, can you show the certificate of halal? They are going for madrasa in Bahar Academy, but they couldn't cope because they are very strict, and I think they had some bullying.
So you in particular, you come to our fitness classes and the badminton class like Sister Sanya. Why do you come to them, and how has that changed you? And did you used to do exercise and sport before or not?
Actually, that's what I said. I never involved in any group, never did any exercise. Even though at my workplace I got a gym, I got friends. I used to go. I don't take part in that one. I just sit somewhere and watch them doing. Because my body is so stiff, I was not able to do anything. Since I joined this group, I was more fit. Actually, prior to that one, I had cholesterol level high. My GP was telling me I have to start something. So I need to go for all those gyms. Even I had gym membership. I never used.
I remember you said in badminton that you had the membership, but you didn't come, but because of the community, you enjoyed coming.
Yes, because of the group, and this is a women's group, so I really like to enjoy this group, and I think. I'm going for another blood test, which will show me
Inshallah.
So I myself physically I feel fit. So my pains, everything it disappear. That's what I was showing my physio that since I joined this group, it was really helped me to improve my own health, physical, mental health. Both is it was helping. Even yesterday, I had mental health assessment. They rang me. I said to them that this group is really helping me.
Oh, mashallah, that's really good to hear.
Alhamdulillah. Since I joined, I feel more better myself.
So one of the other things that I think is really important is our relationship with our husbands, our spouses, and I feel can't talk for anybody else, but I feel like that's also changed as I'm approaching 40. And I feel like we've always had a really good relationship, alhamdulillah. Since the first day, you know, we're a strong couple, alhamdulillah. But because we're both quite determined people, I'd say. Like, he's super busy, I'm super busy, he's got his life goals, I've got my life goals. But I don't think it was until we had children and that all like came, no, it didn't clash, but it got like really exhausting, that we had to sit down and have conversations about like what each of us were doing and what we were doing in terms of the children and how we could improve our life. And I remember telling Sister Tamim that we started just going out for dates, like on the beach and things like that, that we didn't even do as much when we first got married, just because of his job. And I was a full-time student at the time, and then alhamdulillah, I had children straight away, and they were quite young. So now that we've had time to do that, I feel like we're a lot more calmer in our relationship. So that's the next thing that I wanted to talk about, is how you might have felt like, I feel like your relationship changes over time. And one of the things I've talked about in one of my latest podcasts is when you think about marriage, it's oftentimes you don't think about the fact that you have to work on it all the time to keep it successful, for the sake of your children and for the sake of yourselves. So that's something I feel like normally we ignore that, but I guess when you get to this age, you think, one of the things I was saying in my one of my marriage videos was that you know, you get to a certain age where children are grown up, they leave the house, and then it's just you and him left, subhanallah. And a lot of people don't prepare for that, and then it's like you don't really know each other because you haven't worked on the marriage. So how do you sisters feel about that? Like, do you feel like your marriage has gone through changes because of, you know, life experiences? So how do you sisters feel like about your sort of relationships? You know, do you feel like they've gone through changes? Do you feel like they change as you have children and you navigate through, you know, different aspects of your life? How do you feel?
Yeah, after kids, relationship change as well. We are more calmer now, and like more being parents, like sensible way. So we are understanding each other more now, and after like passing of time, we understand to each other more. And after kids, we are being more humble and calmer as well.
I've always been close to my husband, mashallah, mashallah. But I think as I've got older and you have children, we troubleshoot together. So when there's an issue in the family, we discuss things.
Yes.
We'll do it privately, and we'll never ever argue in front of the children.
Yeah, that's important.
And I think sometimes when one's fire and one's water, so like when I'm feisty, he calms me down.
That's a good metaphor.
And he's the person that I trust the most, and he knows that. I continuously tell him. He's the one I tell anyone, and you know, if I have any concerns.
It's like they're your best friend.
Yeah,
isn't it?
he is
Before
like my best friend.
Your husband, and that makes a difference, doesn't it? Yeah.
But I think because Islamically we're on the same page as well. But like I said, I think we always conclude together, and we do it in front of the children, so they know that if they want something, we work as a team. And those children are in that inner circle, so I think it's calmed us a lot more, and it's made us even closer. And I think sometimes that's a scary thing, because as we're getting older, I do panic that when he's not there one day, and he's always reassuring me that, you know, Allah will always be there, will look after us. But
you start having those weird conversations, don't you, about who's gonna go first and what you would do. You do, though, because it's the reality of life, isn't it, when you get to this age. So what about you, Aisha? What about your relationship with your children?
It's really good. Like in the past we had a difficult relationship.
Do you want me to, sorry Aisha, do you want me to say that you're a single mom? Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so Aisha's a single mom, so I'm going to ask you about your relationship with your children. And is it harder, Aisha, would you say, because you're a single mom, you know, Allah give you strength, or do you feel like you've adapted and, you know?
Actually, the time goes like I'm kind of like adopted with being a single mom. And like in the past, like I was really struggling with the work and this one to manage the children. But now, like I balance everything, like work and this one. I give more time to myself as well. Like I was thinking, like working more is not doing any good than harm. Same time, we need money, but like my children was becoming aggressive when I was like when I was coming from work, and that stress and this stress was like damaging our relationship that time. So since 2 years, I just quit I reduced my hours. Since then, like, I managed to learn to maintain this both. And that time, actually, I've been to some classes as well, because I really angry. Even my son is angry, and these two boys was fighting all the time.
Oh, so you worked on yourself?
Yeah. So alhamdulillah, now I feel better, and even my children are calmer, so they don't fight that much. I think I learned to control myself with anger. So since I control, my children is in control.
Thing is, if you could look back even at your own younger self 20 years ago, what is the one piece of advice that you might say to yourself looking in the mirror? For me, I guess I would say that subhanallah, think about your bigger aims in life, the dunya and your akhirah, and what we're just insignificant in the big dunya, and that should help you put your problems into perspective, and surround yourself by those people, subhanallah, who are going to care for you and uplift you and be there to support you, as well as having that faith, subhanallah, and that trust with your spouse, as well as having that relationship with your children, subhanallah. So those are some of the key points that I would say. What about any of you sisters? What about you, Sanya?
Yeah, I can say everything will be happen, so we have to be more calmer and realistic. So yeah, in this age, dunya doesn't matter a lot. So our aim of life is Jannah and Akhirat. So we have to work for that more than dunya.
What about yourself?
I always say that to my children, that put your trust in Allah. And when they want something, and they want to ask something, or even because I've got one daughter and 3 sons, and she wants to go out, we always answer what Islam says, what Islam would want. So I always say, look to Islam for the answers, not the dunya, not to your friends, and only put your trust in Allah. And just look at the bigger picture, because like you said, we are only a drop in the ocean, and before you know it, this life's going to be over. So we've only got one chance at it, to be the best that you can be. And just answer any problem that arises through Islam, because Islam has all the answers.
Yeah, that's true. Once you step away from the teachings of Islam, that's when problems start to arise, or you lose track of your own self, don't you? Once you sidestep, I guess.
I was always going to say that you can hide things from the dunya. You can't hide anything from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So I always say that to my children as well. If you go out the door, do something, fear Allah in all your actions. And I especially say that to my boys, because it's such a scary world outside.
I want to add something, because my little one, he said, I did namaz, I said, don't lie, because you lie to me, but Allah no.
Precisely.
In the past, I was in India, where I'm coming from, there are 100, in my school as well, all Hindus.
Okay.
So I'm only the girl who's Muslim, doing in the government school, especially when I was studying. I was I went back. I told because it was too much for me, because no Muslim girl are there where I can talk to. I'm not going to go to that school. But my parents, my dad especially, he forced me to go to school, and I managed. Then I kind of I was going away from this Islamic things, because most of the time they teach and everything kind of relate to their religious things, because I don't hear anything about Islam.
Exactly.
So I went through all these things. So I still managed to do prayer and keep my prayer and do Quran. I wanted that time. I used to when I was going for madrasa when I was little, I used to write Yasin without seeing. I was memorize and I can write. That time I was learning. That time they closed the madrasa. I was so I was angry with that, and I was learning Arabic language and all those things. That's the childhood time. Then we moved to the town, and then I faced so many things. Since I came here, I see like more and more Muslim sisters. Then I learned like I need to be kind of like with them, but I didn't like connected with them. So now I think this group connect me more and keep me. So it gives like for me motivated like to go and join these groups and do things. Alhamdulillah. Even my children, they go to madrasa and they learned a lot of Islamic things. They will tell me like which is halal and which is haram. So
they've like become your teachers as well.
in a way. So when they come home, they will say like about prophets, how he behave and how this one. They are teaching me. It's really good to hear from them. So if something they are doing bad, I say like you just told me this one and now you are doing. So, okay, I'm sorry, mommy, I shouldn't be doing this one. Allah is watching. So, I think they are kind of like aware of like Allah is watching. Every time they say Allah is watching, we should not do. I want to keep this same and continue to get more knowledge, and my children also need to get more knowledge in the Islamic things.
Inshallah.
I think that's how we can keep our iman stronger. If we are like stay with surrounded people, so and learn more things actually.
Inshallah.
So.
Okay, then so that brings us to the end of this episode and to the end of the series, inshallah. So I hope you've enjoyed this series that we've done, inshallah. And I'd like to again thank our 3 guests that have joined me on what was supposed to be a sunny day here in our English city, but it's not at all. It's actually really cold. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward everyone that's come out here to have this discussion. I'll see you next time, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.